So here I have some rice, and I'm going to make some rice water, and I'm going to make some oat water. You don't need that much, so I'm just going to put this here. Real simple. Rice and oats. Avena. Make some rice water. I'm going to make some oat water. Oat water and rice water. So all I want is this white starchy water for my bath. The same with the oat. All I want is that. So it's like around a cup each. These are around a cup and a cup. You can make more or less, but this is what I want for my bath. I'm going to strain that rice and I'm going to strain the oat, but I'm going to save that water for my bath. After 1 hour, I'm going to strain them. This is my rice water, and this is my oat water. And I want to strain them because I don't want none of that in the bath. So I'm going to strain first my oat water. And all you want, you don't want none of all this stuff. All you want is that nice water. Okay, so now I'm going to do the same with my rice water. So here are my oats that I strained, and here is my oat water. I'm just going to put in this cup just for easy access. And this is my oat water. Really good for your skin. Okay, I'm going to strain this just a little bit more, because you don't, this will clog up your bath, okay? So just try to get as much as you can. And now I'm going to do the same thing with the rice. That is my oat water. Okay, so I'm going to strain my rice water. And this rice that I have here, I'm going to make some Spanish arroz con rice and beans or something. Okay, don't throw that rice away. Save that rice. And now you have some rice water. Now you can make as much as you want. I'm just making enough for like a week's bath. This is my rice water. Just want to show you. Really good for the skin. So I want to get at least a cup of each. I'm going to use all that, but this is my rice water. Really great for the skin. And my oat water. Okay, and these are great for making spiritual baths. Baños espirituales. So here's my palangana. And I'm going to show you a simple bath that's very good for rejuvenating, for relieving stress, for removing negative vibration. Now, this would be considered a sweet flower herbal bath, okay? There are two types of bath. There are bitter baths and herbal baths. In most of my videos, I have done sweet baths or baño dulces. I've noticed that I have not tackled herbal bitter baths, baños amargos, which I need to do, but I have various baths in my channel. So I'm going to leave all those videos linked down below. Go check them out if you have not seen them. Again, this is just a sweet herbal bath. One thing that I want to cover is that a lot of people ask me, what do I do with my offerings when I give offerings to the spirits? Well, okay, so if it is a bread product or a grain product, I give it back to the earth. Very simple. Candles, after the candles go down, I throw the glass away. Fruit, I tend to, if the fruit is still good, I'll consume it. If it's bad, I give it back to the earth. Okay, so breads and grains, they go by a tree. Oh, and flowers. Flowers. If the flowers are not good, then I give it back to the earth. I just throw them into the earth like a fertilizer. But if there's flowers that are good, then I use them in my baths. Okay, so I'll leave a list of how I leave my offerings right here. But anyways, this is a sweet herbal bath. And I try to do one once a year. I have not done a bitter bath, but I'm going to show you some of the herbs and stuff that I'm going to use. I'm going to use, and right here you see el albahaca. Albahaca in English is basil, and albahaca helps to steady the mind. It brings happiness, it brings love, peace, it protects against evil, it brings blessings, and it keeps unwanted spirits and negative vibrations away from a person. And it's also great for purification, for exorcisms, for wealth, for sympathy. It dispels confusion and hostile spirits. So this is el albahaca, albahaca or basil, very purifying herb in most of our traditions. I'm going to use that today in my bath. Right here I have mentas, mints. I have Hierbabuena y Menta. Hierbabuena is, let's say, peppermint and spearmint. Peppermint and spearmint. Hierbabuena y Menta. So I'm going to, I put them all together, and there they are. And they are both in the mint family. And they're known as a healing herb, las mentas, or the mints are healing herbs. They're powerful to increase personal strength, to build fortitude in a person, to help with when someone's confused, when someone is feeling anxiety, okay? La hierbabuena or la menta is great for that. Now, these are margaritas. These are offerings that I placed on my altar. Like I said, the ones that are no good, margaritas are known in English as daisies. And the ones that are not good, okay, I place them back into the earth. They're known as the divination plant. Okay, a lot of people use these for divination, believe it or not, and that's where we get he loves me not, or she loves me not. But the ones that are good, I save for baths. The ones that are looking a little bad, then what I do is the ones that are looking bad, I place back to the earth, and the ones that are good, I use them for baths. So las margaritas are great for purification and for strength. Esa es la margarita, or the daisies. Also, in my altar, I had claveles. Claveles are known as a carnation. And then these are la hypsophila. La hypsophila are known as baby's breath. Okay, and they're still good, so I'm going to use them for my bath. The carnation is good for, this is the carnation right here, is good for relieving depression and anxiety. La hypsophila, or baby's breath, brings happiness and stability. So I'm not going to use the green parts. I'm just going to use the flower of each of the plants, as well as la margarita, which is right here. Okay, I don't want the stems. All I want is the flower. So I want you to do a little study, because I don't want to make the video too long, but I'm using rice water, which you saw me strain. Very great for the skin, okay? Google it, do a little research. Very great for the skin. Okay, so I'm going to use that in my bath today. I'm going to use also great for the skin, oat water, agua de avena. In this bath, I'm also going to use some coconut milk, leche de coco, or you can use coconut water. This one I'm going to use coconut milk. I'm going to use also in this bath cascarilla, okay, some cascarilla. And I'm going to use some goat's milk. Okay, leche de cabra. Okay, now the water that you use for your to make your rice water or your oat water, this is May rainwater that I collected. Okay, and You can use May rain's water, first shower of rain. If you don't, then you can use any water you want. You can use holy water if you want to, or just regular tap water is fine, okay? This happens to be just May rain's water that I collected, okay? So these are some of the stuff that I'm gonna use to make this sweet bath, this sweet bañito. This is from the flowers, looks a little messy. Now I want to also perfume my bath afterwards. So you can use whatever perfume you want. You will see some people use a Cologne 1800. Maybe they want to use, I don't know, Albahaca, Cologne Albahaca. Okay. It's up to you. I'm just showing you. You know, there's no recipe. You make the bath the way you want. But this is a sweet bath, okay? So you can use this. What is this right here? Rompe Saragüey. Actually, I would use Rompe Saragüey more for a bitter bath. Some people like to use Agua Florida. You can use Agua Florida or 4711 for your bath. You don't have to use none of this stuff. But I like to perfume it. But this bath, sorry, I'm going to use violet water, okay? Very good for the skin, very soft for the skin. So there's two brands that I tend to buy. This is Corlys Violet Water, okay? And I picked this up at any Spanish market, or you can check online, maybe on Amazon.com. This is probably, I'm going to use probably some violet water. There's a couple of brands that I use. You can use this brand, and I'll show you other brands that you can pick up. One from Spain, I think it's called Flor de Oro. There's one from Cruzella, which is good. I love the one from Flor de Oro from Spain. Smells really good. Another one that's really popular and Cubans know about is Royal Violet. Agustin Reyes. Okay. Very good for protection. Very good for removing stress. I like that it comes in this nice glass bottle. Okay, so okay, but this is what I'm going to use because it really doesn't have too much alcohol and it's really soft on the skin. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to take the stems out of the flowers and show you how to make this simple bath. So this is my herbs. This is my albahaca and my mints. And I make sure, I picked these from my garden. So I made sure that I washed. Please make sure to wash off any dirt that you can, okay? You don't want none of that dirt. This is coming from my garden. So this is a sweet herbal bath. You want it to be as cool as possible. So I'm not going to simmer this herb whatsoever. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make it cold method. So here I have some more May rainwater. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add some May rainwater, and I'm also going to add, why not, just some holy water. You don't have to, but I'm going to add some holy water. And what I'm going to do is now what we call in Spanish machacarlo, which is to start getting all the ache, all the energy from the herb. Okay, and it's cool. So let me do this. And you want to get all that ache. And this is the cold method. There's some stems, but you want to make sure you destem it. And you see that the water will start turning green. And this is the cold method. So what I'm doing is squeezing the vital essence of the plant, of the herb. El ache, okay? The vital energy. One mistake that a lot of people do when working with herb is boiling herbs. That is the biggest mistake anyone can do. Never boil herbs, okay? Because all the essence and all the energy, this is going to evaporate. And you can see with cold water and with your hands, with my hands, I'm machacándolo. I'm squeezing it out. That's one big mistake that a lot of people do, is boiling herbs. Never ever boil herbs. So now you see, now I'm going to add my carnations that I destemmed as best as I could. You can add all of it if you want. I'm just going to add them all. And my baby's breath. Now again, you could add whatever flower you want, whenever you want. And I'm just going to keep machacando. Okay, see that water? This is the energy that you want. You can add more water to this if you want. There is no recipe. There's no 2 cups of this. No, there's nothing like that. Okay, I'm just going to keep machacando that just a little bit. Okay, you don't have to do it so much with the flour. It smells good. So you see, I didn't machacalo as much, but look at that color. Really beautiful color, okay, without boiling. Now to this, I'm going to add my rice water. And I'm going to add my oat water. And now it's turning that nice milky color. I want all that oat. See that? I want all that in there. Look how beautiful that is. Now I'm going to add some goat milk. I'm going to add a cup of this goat milk. So I'm just going to measure it in one of these cups right here. Well, I don't even know how much this is. That's from plants flying around. So now I'm going to add goat's milk to my bath. Okay. And then I'm going to crush a cascarilla. Cascarilla. What do you call this in English? Cascarilla. Eggshell ritual chalk. You can find these in botanicas or in spiritual supply shops. So I'm going to crush this in. Now, you'll see in a lot of botanicas, they sell baths, colored baths. I don't buy those. I like to make my own. I just tend to believe that those are like I call that microwave witchcraft. You know what I'm saying? A real brujo, we don't buy that. You know, there's a lot of baths for St. Clair, St. Michael, blah, 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 blah. We don't buy that. So you see I'm crushing my cascarilla into the bath. Look at that beautiful, nice, milky color. Okay. And it's looking very good. I'm liking it. My bath is getting pretty full. And it smells good. I'm going to give it a nice stir. Okay, look at that. Now to this, it's getting full. I'm going to add my coconut milk. You can add coconut milk or you can add coconut water. I'm just using coconut milk. Okay. There's shards of coconut in there. I want to get that coconut, so I'm going to have to open this can up. Well, not shards, but the pulpy stuff. So I'm going to open up this can because I want all that. I'm not going to waste, but I want you to see. Okay, and you're just going to stir this into your bath. Let me try to get another spoon or something to get all that in there. See all that? I want that in my bath. Okay, so I'm going to scoop it out. Okay, so here it is. And you can see that if you were in front of me, you can see a mess. I mean, I'm making a mess, but it's worth it. Okay, this is better. You know what's going in it. Okay. And lastly, what I'm going to add is my perfume. So you can add whatever spiritual cologne you want. You could add a Florida water. I'm going to add a little bit of citrus to it. So I'm going to add some 4711 to my bath. Okay, just my spirits told me to do that. And so I'm just going to follow what they say. Now it smells good. And now I'm going to add some Royal Violet. You don't have to, but I'm going to add some Royal Violet. Or, let's see, or this one right here. Corlys Violet. This is more like it's really good for the skin because there's no alcohol in this one. It's more like a violet water. I'm sure there's gonna be some alcohol to preserve it, but I'll probably just add agua de colonia, Agustin Reyes Royal Violets. So I'm just gonna add some of that to the bath as well. You can pick this up if you live in Miami, any Cuban shop, or you can go online and pick it up. Agustin. It comes in this nice glass bottle. Iconic in the Hispanic community. I'm just going to add just a little bit of the Royal Violet. So there are 1,001 various spiritual baths, herbal baths, floral baths. Okay, this is just a simple one. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to consecrate it. I'm going to place it on my altar. Okay, and I'm going to iluminarlo. Okay, iluminarlo is to illuminate it. So I'm going to carefully position a candle in my fuente, not my fuente, my palangana, like so. Okay. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to, you could blow smoke on it. Some people will blow tobacco smoke or place some form of incense or whatever and add some prayers. Okay. Then I'm also going to garnish the bath with the flowers, the Margaritas, and probably some lilies. I got some lilies in the garden, and I think I'm just going to add some lilies as well, just to make it look real pretty. But now I'm going to light a tobacco and do some prayers, just private prayers, just to bless and charge the bath, el baño. So now what I'm doing right now is I'm just adding some smoke, some incense, and I'm blessing it. Looks pretty full. I have another bottle of Florida water, a holy water right there. If you needed more water, you could add. Okay, there's no set recipe. I want to apologize because I said that, you know, the baths found in spiritual supply shops are microwave witchcraft. I shouldn't really say that because, you know, making a bath is a process in itself. And, you know, sometimes people just don't have the time. So those do work. But these, when you make them yourself, they are so much better than the ones that you purchase at a shop. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some of the flowers that I have here to my bath. So what I do is I pray and I consecrate the bath, and I just top it off. This is more like a garnish to make it look beautiful with some of the Margaritas, various colors. I'm going to also go into my garden and add some lilies, lirios. May lilies. So these are more like for garnishes that I want to add to the bath. Just garnish the bath and just find any open space that I can. Okay, so now what I do is I leave my bath here for just a few hours. I let it charge in front of the altar, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to strain everything out of it and bottle it so you can see the bath after it. But I leave it there I leave it on the altar after I pray and charge it. Maybe like an hour, maybe two, remembering that there is milk in here, but I did add 4711, which has some alcohol, so it will preserve it. This will last around 1 week, 7 days. It should be enough for 7 baths. Okay, so I'm going to leave this here on the altar for an hour, 2 hours. Then I'm going to come back and I'm going to strain it all and bottle it. Here is the bath after 1 hour. Okay, I just let it there. I give it the illuminación. And now I'm just going to remove the candle. Okay. I can leave, I'm going to wipe this candle down and then place it on my altar. I'll just place it on the side for now. Okay, so here's the bath. Nice and milky. Now I'm going to strain all the herbs and all the flowers from it. Okay. Now, remembering that this has milk, this is going to last you for 7 days. Make sure that the milk is fresh, and this bath will last you in the refrigerator for 7 days. This is a sweet bath, okay? There are sweet bath, which we know as in Spanish as Baño Dulce, and bitter baths, Baños Amargos. Okay, herbs, when you are making an herbal bath, okay, please do not boil your herbs. Never boil your herbs, because what you're doing is the ache, the energy, the essence. Never boil your herbs, because the energy, the essence of the flower, of the herbs and the flowers or whatever, it evaporates into the atmosphere. You want that essence within your bath. So you can simmer the water, you can boil the water, and then add that hot water on top of your herbs, or you can mash it up with your fingers. You can boil barks and roots and seeds. So you can boil cinnamon, you can boil star anise, cloves, you know, those type of things. But when it comes to herbs, please do not boil them. Another thing that I want to say is sweet baths you can pour over your head, okay? Bitter baths you should pour from your neck down. Do not pour a bitter bath or a baño amargo over the head. It should go from your shoulders down. You can bathe in this, or you can soak in it, or I like to bathe in it, but if you don't have a bathtub, then what you do is you take a washcloth. After you take a bath, I like to take a bath with African black soap or a Castile soap. Okay, wash down with that. And then what I do is I soak in this in a bathtub. But if you don't have a bathtub, if you have a shower, take a napkin or a handkerchief and soak it and pass it over the body, because you want this energy over you. Or you could just pour it over your body, let it dry completely down, and then get dressed for the ending of the night. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to strain this from everything and bottle it up. Here's my bath. I strained it. You can see it's nice and white. What I smell right now, and this is fine. This is perfect, okay? Some stuff there that you can still get out. This is fine. You can leave it like that. But what I smell automatically is I smell a lot of herbs. Okay, and you could add a little bit more perfume to your bath at this moment if you want to. So what I'm going to do, without losing my spoon, I'll put it right here, is I'm going to add, you could add Florida water at this stage. You don't have to. This is fine the way it is. You want it to smell good for you. It smells good, but I just wanted to give it a little bit more perfume, not a lot. So I'm just going to add some Albahaca Cologne, okay? I think that should be enough. Okay, remembering that there's no measuring cups. Now it's starting to smell real good. Ooh. Now, if you ever go to Botanicas, you will see baños in the shelves, and they come in different colors. This is perfectly fine, okay? But if you want to add color, then that's fine. You could add food coloring at this stage. And they have food coloring, these little things. You want the food coloring to match what the bath is for. So if you wanted love, passion in your life, red would be good. You know, you could use green for money. You could use orange for healing, whatever it may be. Yellow, okay? I'm going to add some blue. I'm just going to add a Mrs. Stewart's bluing, just a little bit. You don't want too much, because I don't want a dark blue. Just want a nice light bluish color to my bath, okay? Because this is a healing bath, until I get the color that I want. And I just keep mixing it. Probably needs a little bit more. Actually, looks like it's going to turn gray on me, which I don't want a gray bath. But if it does, then I'm going to add a little bit more, because I want a nice blue bath and hope. And there you go. There you go. Nice blue color. because it's a healing bath. And now I'm going to bottle these up. Remember that this has only a shelf life within your refrigerator of 7 days. It's all natural ingredients. There's no preservatives, so please use this within 7 days. I don't want it too dark, but it smells really good. Now I'm going to bottle these up. Okay, so here are my baths. You can see that I save them in jars that I like to save. I try to recycle best that I can. Bath time to me is the most sacred part of the day. It is where I purify, where I cleanse, where I wash myself, where I rejuvenate myself. To me, a bath is a ritual. It's a very sacred ritual to myself. So I make it a very sacred ritual in the sense that I like to turn off the lights and I'll light candles and place them around the bathtub. I like incense. Where's my incense holder? I like to have incense burning. I turn off the light and I really enjoy and I really purify. I cleanse. I remove all the negative vibrations of the day. I pray. If I have to shed a tear, I'll shed a tear. It's very sacred. Remember that these baths should be kept in the refrigerator. Please write down what they are. Place a date on them. Make sure that no one drinks them. Okay? My children are used to seeing these. They're older now, but since they were little, they're used to seeing these type of things in the refrigerator. So please label them, okay? And date them. Make sure that no one drinks these. And take that cleansing bath, that spiritual bath, purify, rejuvenate, restart again, and make it into a beautiful ritual. It's so important for us to do these things. It's something that our ancestors did, and it's something that should be done today, that should not die out. And I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm going to refrigerate these. I'm going to use one tonight. Exfoliate, because it's really good for exfoliating skin, and it's also good for, you know, rejuvenating the skin. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit that like button. Please subscribe. Please leave your comments down below if you like these spiritual baths. I will do more. This is Sancista Brujo Luis, Santo Sanse.